seen. Today we are making the best and most delicious chicken kebabs you will ever taste. These kebabs are so juicy, tender and just yummy. I don't want to waste any time at all, so let's get straight into the video. To make these juicy kebabs, you need some boneless and skinless chicken thighs. The reason why I always go for chicken thighs when I'm making my chicken kebabs is that chicken breast tends to be tough, and so the chicken thighs is just perfect to get that juiciness. Also, I've got some black pepper powder, some onion powder, garlic granules, ginger powder, vegetable seasoning, some yellow onion. You can replace it with red onions if you like. I've also got some olive oil, some skewers which I've soaked already, and I'll explain later why I soaked them in the water before. And of course, the king of the ingredients, which is our Suya Spice. If you haven't seen the recipe for this Suya Spice, I've linked it here now. You can also find it in the description box below, so do well to check it out, okay? Of course, you can take out and replace any of these ingredients as you please, okay? Let's begin by cutting our chicken into the desired shape and size. You don't want to make it too big and too small, or else if it's too big, it will take longer to cook. Also, if it's too small, it will shrink. So you want to do it between medium and small, okay? As I cut, I'll make sure to get rid of enough fat as I can, as we don't want too much fat in there. Also, bear in mind that this chicken has all been washed with vinegar nicely, okay? Now the cutting is all done. We've transferred that chicken into a bowl, and let's begin with the seasoning. In goes the garlic granules. So that is 1 teaspoon of garlic granules, 1.5 teaspoons of my vegetable seasoning. If you don't have this vegetable seasoning, you can replace it with some chicken seasoning. I'll also go in with 1/2 teaspoon of ginger and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper powder. Of course, our king of the ingredients is now coming in. Let's make way for it. So in goes 3 teaspoons of our Suya Spice. Guys, you need to check the Suya Spice out, as it's simply amazing. I'll add some olive oil to make sure that the seasoning is evenly spread all over the chicken, and also to help the chicken absorb all the seasonings beautifully. Of course, you'll cover this and allow it to marinate for about 2 hours. If you have the time, prep this and allow it to marinate overnight. Now let's continue by cutting our onion. So I'll chop it into half and into quarters. Of course, I'll get rid of the outer layer, as sometimes it's just not pleasant. You know, I don't like the outer layer, so I always get rid of it. So I've cut it into half, into quarters, and we'll continue by separating them. This is my favorite part for some reason. I find it fun to do. I'm not sure about you, but this is one of my favorite parts when I'm doing my kebab. So everything has been separated beautifully, and just look at that. I love the outcome. Now let's skewer our chicken, and this is your time and chance for your artistic skills to come to the fore. Now I will first go in with some onion, and then chicken, and then maybe chicken or onion. It's all down to you, okay? Just be artistic at this point, and you know, just go in as you please. There are no rules here at all, okay? Now let me explain why I soak the skewers. This is because when it hits the heat, it can either set on fire or burn, and we don't want that. So it's always advisable for you to soak your skewers before you start your artistic skills or skew your chicken. So I soaked it for about an hour. If you don't have the time, you can soak it for about 5 to 10 minutes, and that should also be fine. If you're still here, friends, and you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please click on the subscribe button and click on the little bell so that whenever I post a video, you will be instantly notified. Also, kindly share, like and comment, as it makes me simply happy, and it's only a way of supporting my channel grow. And just look at that beauty. It's not gone into the oven yet, but you can just tell this will simply be amazing. Or what do we say? Yummy. For extra spice, we bring back the king himself, which is the suya. Guys, you need to check this suya spice recipe out too, because you're missing out. Click on the link in my description box for the full recipe. But mind you, because it's chicken and it's tender, you don't want to use too much spice at this point. So I'm sprinkling some Suya spice on every piece of the chicken to make sure they all get their fair share. But because Suya spice is very spicy and the chicken is tender, just be very mindful. Don't use too much or else your kebab will be very spicy in the end. And if other people are having it and they don't like too much spice, it might be too hot for them. So please be mindful. Now let's make way for our kebabs to go into the oven. So I've lined my baking tray with some foil to prevent too much cleaning after, and also sprayed my rack with some cooking spray to prevent the chicken from sticking onto the rack while it grills in the oven. If you have a grill, well, even better, use your grill. Use your grill, my friend, as it will give it extra flavor. Now I've added some olive oil into a bowl. I'll add a bit more of the Suya spice, mix it all together, and the reason why we're doing this is that we're going to coat it on the chicken. Yes, and this will make it extra juicy while it hits the heat in the oven, because if you put it in without doing this, your chicken will get dry in the end. So please do not skip this part, okay? If you don't want to add any more of the Suya spice, you can also go in with just the oil and it will be fine. But because I love flavor, I always add more Suya spice to the oil to give it that extra flavor. We'll pop it into our oven preheated at 250 degrees, which is the maximum, for about 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, take it out and turn it over. Turn each piece over, okay? Because the next thing we're going to do is to smear more of our olive oil infused Suya spice and smear it on the other side of the kebab, as initially we did not do that. And this will also prevent it from being dry again. So yes, we'll smear it and pop it back into the oven for about another 7 minutes, and voila, our kebab is good as done. Just look at that. Don't you just want to pick one from your screen? If you want it a bit more harder, of course, leave it longer in your oven, okay? These kebabs were so juicy and glossy and, you know, all the good things. Of course, we'll sprinkle it with some more Suya spice as Suya chicken, and it's all about the Suya. My friends, this is definitely a must try. And if you do try it, don't forget to tag me on your Instagram status at Debzies Delight. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you all. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so. Also, turn on your notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you will be instantly notified. Until we meet again, remember that I love you all, but God loves you the most. Bye for now. See you in my next video.